Hang
in
on,
same way.
hang on, hang on.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait. Okay, Hassan, let's without spending much time, let's jump into today's topic because we have
Yes,
something very very special. Something we've been talking about ourselves, and something we've been consulting for others. But for the first time, we are going to talk about it to the public out there, right?
correct. Yes,
Hello.
yes, sir. So I can
Technical
hear
issues.
you. I can
Do you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Don't worry.
Okay.
I can hear you. There's some
This time,
small interruption.
okay, we can probably start and go ahead, right?
Correct. Yes. Carry on. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So let me introduce the topic, Azi. Like as entrepreneurs and as founders, you and me, we've both gone through various phases in our entrepreneurial journey, right?
Hmm.
And we've seen entrepreneurs, we've spoken to entrepreneurs, we've spoken to business leaders, and we've seen
Hmm.
they've probably gone through the same kind of pathway. So what's happening is, Asi, all of us are going through it, but all of us are learning the hard way. All of us are going
Hmm.
through the same journey. But if we can short circuit this, if we can share our experience with our audience, the viewers, the other
Hmm.
founders out
Hmm.
there, other startups out there, other entrepreneurs out there who are
Hmm.
starting, probably we will help them in saving the 12 years journey that we've gone through, or whatever the journey other entrepreneurs have gone through, just by sharing our knowledge, our experience, and what we witnessed. Because some of this knowledge and experience we are getting as it is not our own experience. It's experience
True.
we've gained through others that we've consulted, others we've helped.
Hmm.
So, Azi,
Hmm.
what we are going to release today, or what we are going to share with the audience today, is what we call the founder's roller coaster. What do you think of a roller
Hmm.
coaster, Azi? The moment I tell you a roller coaster, what do you feel?
Oh, the moment I hear the word roller coaster, I'm afraid because I had about like couple of years back. I had this experience. I went through a roller coaster, not here, in a different country. Oh my goodness, yes, yes. That day I decided not to go in a roller coaster.
Is it?
So, it,
We may have different interpretations. We may like it, but some areas we may not like it. If you ask, like, do you want to do it again? Sometimes we don't want to go through that pain again,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
100%.
but it's definitely an adventure. It's definitely a risk, and you don't know. You're basically giving your life to the hand of the roller coaster, the machine itself, the equipment
Yes,
itself, the people who are controlling itself, right?
yes,
So,
yeah.
if you really talk about a roller coaster, it's a ride that is adventurous, scary, dangerous, risky, and
Thrilling, yeah,
thrilling.
fun.
But if you can have that same thrill faster, without
Mm,
really the ups and downs, but maybe with a trajectory acceleration, I think that's what all of us want to face, right?
correct.
So this is why at Hash 33 we've named this the founder's roller coaster, because it's
Mm,
a
mm.
journey a founder goes through, and let's reveal it to everyone and let's share it to everyone for the first time.
Yep.
So here it is. So
Ta-da!
uh, I think there's a way to give sound effects here, right? But anyway, let's not worry about it. So
Yeah.
I see, if you just talk about it, all of us as entrepreneurs, a founder, a business owner, even an entrepreneur, everything starts with a spark of inspiration. There's that bulb that goes on like this, which tells us like, oh, we've got this idea. I need to try this. I want to do this. And this is where the journey starts. And as you can see, it takes time. And what we are trying to do through these A2Y sessions, through this experience we have, we want to reduce this time. So you get the same experience, you still have that same roller coaster ride, but faster, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it starts with a spark of inspiration, and then we start building the foundation, we start building that journey, we start
Mm.
adding people, we start putting business plans in place, we try things, and we start building this foundation for
Yeah.
the journey of the roller coaster ride or the entrepreneurial ride. And then, Nasi, actually what happens is you go through this bumpy, curvy, the dangerous and not so happy.
Thrilling, scary. Yeah.
Yeah, scary, right. And this is the phase that any entrepreneur goes through, what we call the trial and error phase. You
Mm,
sometimes
mm,
feel your when you go up, you feel like yeah, you're making it, but then suddenly it's a turn and you fall back to where you are, right? Or it's a
absolutely.
dive that you go through and you don't realize what happened. So this trial and error stage is something that all of us go through, and most of the time this trial and error, it differs. For some people, if you get your trial right in the first time, which is rare, your ride is short. But for people like
Yeah.
you and me, as we've gone through multiple, roller coaster uh, twists and angers,
Hence. Yeah.
which has taken a longer time, a daring time, a scary time, and
Mm,
sometimes times that you would want to feel like giving up even.
absolutely.
So this is the
Absolutely.
second phase, I would say.
Yeah. So
Once you've
this,
gone, yeah, correct,
just to add a point to what you're saying, yes, yes, I mean, on the second stage, a lot of people give up, right?
definitely.
Because they don't. I don't know what I'm saying is right, but
Yeah, what we've gone through, the trial and errors in this situation, the failures we've gone through, the problems we faced, how we came out of it. But you're right, you're spot on. This is one of the places that people give up early. The moment they
yeah.
see the first failures, people give up and they say like, "Oh, this is not for
Mm,
me. This is not going to work."
mm,
Right?
mm.
Maybe it's correct, maybe it's not. So what do you do? How do you overcome that? How do you have a perseverance? How do you kind of push further than that? These are the things we're going to talk in our future episodes, Azi, and how to kind of be consistent. How to I can give personal experience. I can give experience of my friends. I have a close person to me who kind of went on social media, and I told like be consistent. Go ahead, post something every day. Posted things
Mm.
for 30 days and then said, look, this is not working, and gave up. I said like 30 days, man. You just even this is like right on the top of the iceberg. You haven't even gone
Yeah.
below. So you
Yeah.
can't
Absolutely.
give up in this situation. So trial and error stage is that, and
Mm.
we have life stories to talk about as we go on this. And then Asi, basically what happens is slides are not visible. Let me put the slides.
Yeah.
After the trial and error stage, what basically happens is what we call the third stage, and that is where you start seeing things. This is where
Mm.
probably you get your first customer. This is where you get your first win, and you feel like, yes, I've got it. This is working for me. I'm hitting something. There's something in what I'm doing. This is what
Mm.
I kind of envision, and now I'm achieving it. So that's the early traction stage.
Mm. Mm.
And then Nazi, again, you have dips. You kind of have dips, and you maybe lose your first customer. Maybe you lose a couple of people in your organization. Maybe your
Yeah.
business idea is copied by someone. Maybe you
Mm.
lost or you invested money in the wrong thing. You bought a new plant, and or you invest that you need to go into the next stage. But for the next
Yes.
stage, the biggest problem is you need funds. So what
Yes.
happens in a situation like this is, Asi, entrepreneurs or founders, business owners, they would go for multiple ways of funding. Either they'll go through acceleration programs, they'll go through incubator programs, they'll go for venture capitalists, they'll go for seed
Mm.
funding.
Mm.
They'll probably ask their
Mm.
friends, like I told you, maybe I would say like, hey, would you join my company? Could you be part of this organization? So you'll attract experienced people through
Mm.
shares, through investment, through promotion. You might sign up with people for promotion. So you go through what this phase and you start building funds. And this is what we call the funding frenzy. Now
Yeah.
your organization has got a stage where you got cash, you got money, you got investment, right? And with this investment, what happens is now is the exciting part of your journey. You start
Mm.
climbing the highest peak, Kazi, because now you have money, you invested in software, you invested in process, you invested in good people. You're expanding your
Yeah.
team. Maybe from 20, now you've gone up to 60, 80, 100. Your organization is growing. It's accelerated. This is the
Yeah.
phase where everybody starts talking like, oh, Asi and Yazas had made it, or ABC had
Mm.
made it. They've kind of really got this funding from USA. They've got this funding from a venture capital firm. They are listed in
Mm.
some company. This is how you really feel that acceleration. And as most of the companies and people think, you make it when you make that phase. But actually, as what we've seen and what we've experienced, most of these entrepreneurs, founders is
Yes.
then
Hmm.
you have a sudden dip because
Yeah.
suddenly a lot of new problems you never expected. Earlier you were hands on, you knew your team, you were talking
Hmm.
to them every day, you
Hmm.
had total control of your organization, you had total control of your decision. Now you have investors, now you have a different board, now you're talking, you're addressable, you're answerable to many people. Your team has expanded, you lost touch with some people. It, hiring
Yes.
is happening without you being involved sometimes.
Hmm.
Certain things are happening not the way you expected. There's external pressure, there's more
Hmm.
customers, there's demands, and all sorts of problems occurs. And this is
Hmm.
exactly where Hash 33 has been helping serious entrepreneurs and founders who have gone through the scaling up process, accelerated their
Hmm.
business, and suddenly they've hit this roadblock and they don't know what hit them. Or at least they feel like they know, but they probably don't know because it
Absolutely.
has various aspects of problems. Asi. I think this is where we've termed the founder's roller coaster, multiple peaks, multiple drops, multiple twists, and then you think you scaled up and then you hit a bigger problem.
I just wanted to add a point to what you said. Also, I know we have exceeded only 2 minutes. I'm not going to talk a lot, simply because we come with 12 years of experience, and we are in this same process of business acceleration. So that's how we can actually support you. So if you are interested to connect with Yasas or Asi, simply you can go to LinkedIn and type Yasas Gunaratna or Asita Vikramarachi. You will get two icons with the blue color background color. So obviously you all can recognize us with these color gradings. And then just drop us a message.